So my name is Stuart Gillies. I own two restaurants, Bankhouse and Chislehurst, and number 8 and Sevenoaks with my wife Cecilia. I'm a chef by background for 30 plus years, but I run the businesses as a chef owner. So Bankhouse was a bit of an experiment, to be honest, because we're not in central London, where I spent most of my career when I wasn't abroad, international, and the same for my wife Cecilia. So we've been in the industry our whole lives, and we live locally. So an opportunity came up to open a business. And when we looked at this space, looked at the potential of the business 5 years ago, we thought, well, this is a great time to try something new. I just finished a job in as a CEO for a huge group, and we were looking ready to do something back in the industry, but at grassroots level. So our main course dish for today is our red wine braised shoulder of beef with a roasted rump of beef, truffle and parmesan mash, and an intensely green parsley oil. So this dish is not a new dish as such. It's a dish that I've done versions of for the last 20 years. It's pairing a second-class cut, which is the shoulder of beef, and we cook that for almost 8 hours. We roast it first of all, then we braise it in a lot of red wine and beef stock with a mirepoix vegetables. We slow roast that for about 8 hours. Then we chill that, then we cut that into blocks that we then reheat with the reduced cooking liquor, and then we just hold that at a temperature of about 80 degrees so that it sets almost like a sticky toffee pudding, and it soaks up all the sauce again, so the whole thing is melting beef with an intense rich red wine flavour soaked up in that. So that's the braised beef part. Then the rump, we use the rump because we take it from a local farm called Chart Farm down the road, and we love that rump because the quality of the beef is really good. So we roast that medium rare, and then we serve that just gently sliced on the side. So you've got a medium rare, slightly more chewy cut of beef, so it's not just fillet and melting, because you've got such a tender cut of braised beef which you could eat with a spoon because it's so tender. So the rump gives it more flavour and a little bit more structure to the eating, and that we pair with cream potatoes that we then season with a little bit of truffle oil and fresh grated truffle, that are English truffles, and then some Parmesan cheese to bring out the flavour. So it adds an intensity to that. Then that we just finish with a little bit of parsley oil, because I've always paired parsley with beef and braises because it's a great classical combination. So for the red wine braised beef, we would put the quenelle of the truffle parmesan mash onto the plate, which just gives it a nice setting. Then next to that, we would put the braised chunk of beef shoulder that's meltingly tender and full of sauce. Next to that, then we would take the medium rare cut of beef rump, which is presented with the flesh side up. On top of the mash, we then put a few small indentations. Then we'll hold the truffle and the parsley oil, so that then the oil doesn't just run straight onto the plate, it actually sits on the mashed potato and gives an amazingly vibrant, deep green and off-white colour. Then we finish the beef with a little bit of the cooking liquor. And here is our red wine braised shoulder of beef with roasted rump, truffle and parmesan mash, and parsley oil.